Hello and welcome to Cinema Movie Recap. Today, we will recap the story of the 2022 movie Jurassic World Dominion. 4 years after being released on the mainland, dinosaurs have forced humanity to adapt to their presence. The Mosasaurus is seen grabbing a fishing boat's fish cage with its jaws and bringing it down. Many people have died in dino-related incidents, and while some people believe that all dinosaurs should be exterminated, others have discovered a way to use the black market to sell and distribute dinosaurs that have been illegally captured. The dinosaurs are sent to BioSyn Genetics, a business run by Lewis Dodgson, with the promise they will be kept at a sanctuary in the Dolemite Mountains of Italy for further research into using them as pharmaceuticals. Maisie Lockwood disappeared after her true identity as a clone was discovered, according to news reports. Claire Deering and Zia Rodriguez sneak a young dinosaur out of a BioSyn lab at a location in Nevada. As they escape in a van with Franklin Webb, security guards chase them until the three are able to outrun them. Franklin and Zia tell Claire that they are going on to occupations that are safer for them because they can no longer continue doing the type of work they are doing right now, even if they support Claire and her endeavors. Owen Grady is attempting to capture a sizable dinosaur while mounted somewhere in Nevada close to some snow-capped mountains. As he and Claire are now Maisie's adopted parents, he returns to the cabin that he shares with them after finishing. Claire and Owen strive to keep Maisie concealed out of concern that someone is after her, despite the fact that she enjoys wandering out from home to observe the dinosaurs on land. She becomes annoyed with them because of this, and she has developed an interest in Charlotte Lockwood, the person she was cloned from. Indeed, they are being watched by mercenaries in the woods, with Maisie their target. They are led by Rain Delacourt. Asexual reproduction by Blue the raptor produced a youngster nearby that Maisie later calls Beta. Together, they go rabbit hunting, and Blue assists Beta in fending off an intruding dino that tries to steal their kill. 2 children are being chased by a huge swarm of locusts in Texas. Ellie Sattler, a paleobotanist, is informed of this. She investigates the farm where the crops were attacked by locusts and destroyed. The mother of the children informs Ellie that BioSyn planted the nearby crops, which escaped the locusts' anger. Dr. Alan Grant and Ellie rejoin while they are working with other aspiring paleontologists. She shows them a captive locust and describes the problem because she worries that if they spread, they would destroy the food chain. Alan and Ellie reason that BioSyn must have created them in order for their crops to be the only thing left. Alan is asked to help Ellie connect DNA from a different locust at the BioSyn sanctuary. Dr. Ian Malcolm, an old friend of theirs, had previously invited her. Alan initially hesitates, but ultimately decides to participate. Blue and Beta encounter Owen, Claire, and Maisie when they return to the cabin. They are all taken aback to learn that Blue has given birth to a child. The mercenaries quickly move in and seize Beta. Maisie crosses the bridge on her bike and is captured by the bad guys as well. When Owen notices this, he convinces Claire to pursue them. According to Claire, someone can assist them. Franklin, who now works for the CIA, is contacted by Claire. He assists them in learning more about Delacourt and directs them to Barry Simbini, a former colleague of Owen's at Jurassic World, who can help transport them to the location where the mercenaries are bringing Maisie and Beta. When Alan and Ellie get to the sanctuary, they run across Ramsey Cole, the director of communications for BioSyn. Dodgson, whom he presents to them, promises them they are working on something innovative and groundbreaking. Ian is escorted to where Alan and Ellie will find him lecturing. Later, he joins them and subtly informs Ellie that the locusts are in fact a part of BioSyn's evil plan. The locusts have been growing at an alarming rate, and Dodgson meets with Dr. Henry Wu, who has subsequently regretted his role in assisting in the continuation of these experiments. Sonoya Santos, a friend of Dodgson's from Malta, calls him to inform him that Maisie and Beta have been taken separately to the BioSyn headquarters. Meanwhile, Owen and Claire show up, rejoining Barry. He takes them to a dinosaur ring where the animals are either eaten, sold, or made to fight. Claire gets to know the vendor's pilot, Kayla Watts. She warns Claire from messing with anyone there, but ultimately consents to assist Claire in finding Maisie. While everything is going on, Owen and Barry remain covert and see Delacourt and Santos meeting to smuggle Atrociraptors. The two confront Delacourt and his men and engage in combat. Before being eaten by dinosaurs in the fighting ring, he only offers Owen Santos' name in response to Owen's request for him to reveal the location of Maisie and Beta. Before joining Kayla, Claire fights Santos, finds out Maisie is going to BioSyn, and outruns an escaped dinosaur. Santos sicks one of her dinos on Owen, who is racing a motorcycle to catch up with Claire and Kayla before Barry captures her. Just as Kayla and Claire are about to take off, Owen manages to get on the aircraft and use the motorcycle to knock the dinosaur off the ramp and into the ocean. Wu welcomes Maisie when she gets to HQ. He reveals to her that she was created asexually, exactly like Beta, and is not a clone of Charlotte, but rather her true daughter. Maisie views a video of Charlotte and can see the time of her pregnancy. Charlotte had a disease, but she changed Maisie's DNA so that there were no longer any signs of it. Wu sees changing the DNA of the locust to stop the spread by examining Maisie's DNA. Just as Maisie tries to escape with Beta, Alan and Ellie sneak into the locust containment area to get a DNA sample. The locusts swarm around Alan and Ellie when Dodgson sounds the alarm, but they are able to escape unharmed. They run into Maisie, who is both familiar with them and vice versa. She runs along with them. Ramsey finds them and offers to assist them because he believes BioSyn's activities to be unethical. He sends them to safety in a monorail. Ellie tells Maisie that she was friends with Charlotte while they were both students and recalls how smart and kind she was. Claire is forced to jump out of Kayla's plane after Quetzalcoatlus attacks it in the air, ripping her parachute and falling into the trees. In a nearby ice lake, another dinosaur chases them as they make an effort to safely cross it. Just in time, the two cross, and they immediately set off to find Claire. She climbs down from the tree, but must go quietly through the forest to escape a pyroraptor that is chasing her. The T-Rex makes an appearance to eat, but is frightened by a Gigantosaurus, a much bigger predator, so Owen and Kayla hide. They succeed in finding Claire. While going through caverns, Alan, Ellie, and Maisie come across dinosaurs attacking, which forces them to run till they reach the outside. Dodgson fires Ian in the meantime after he rips him a new one for his actions. Ian works with Ramsey to reunite with his friends. By freeing them from the enclosure, he aids in their escape from the dinosaurs. Dodgson then sets the locust lab on fire to burn down any remaining proof. The flaming locusts break and start to take off into the open air. While attempting to avoid a large dinosaur in a van, Alan, Ellie, Ian, and Maisie are thrown down a hill. Fortunately, they crash land close to Claire, Owen, and Kayla, reuniting the three of them with Maisie. While Owen meets Alan, Claire also gets to meet Ellie. The Gigantosaurus then starts to stalk the group, nearly capturing Maisie, but she manages to escape. By putting a burning cloth into its mouth, Ian successfully resists it. As the heroes formulate an escape plan, BioSyn starts to burn, forcing the staff to leave. Ramsey gives Dodgson one final warning before departing after he tries to steal his work. Dodgson tries to escape in the monorail, but is surrounded by three Dilophosaurus who turns him into a meal. Beta encounters the heroes and is put to sleep so they can safely transport her. Wu discovers them as well since he has figured out how to change the locust's DNA to stop their spread. The Gigantosaurus resurfaces as the gang is getting ready to leave, but this time it is trapped between a T-Rex and a Therizinosaurus. The dino fight ended when the T-Rex throws the Gigantosaurus into the Therizinosaurus's claws as the humans escape to avoid it. Alan and Ellie continue their romance after reaching safety, and they later travel to Washington, D.C. to deliver a statement against BioSyn. Wu's efforts are successful in stopping the locust spread. Beta and Blue are reunited when Owen, Claire, and Maisie get home. Blue gives Owen one last glance before slipping back into the forest. In one final film, Charlotte says that humans will eventually learn to coexist with dinosaurs when civilization on the mainland adapts to their existence.